Hello, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves, and welcome to episode 3 of the Iron Man series. As I mentioned at the end of last episode, and if you haven't watched that yet, please go back and do so, we are going to be finishing all of the Pathfinder quests today, or at least the ones we haven't done yet. And since we just finished Haziel Cult, I think it makes sense to go ahead and do Clock Tower, since we're already in the area. You know, I really like quests that don't require you to leave the immediate area you start in. Clock Tower only took like 8 minutes to do. It doesn't have any real rewards to speak of, just like 500 coins and a quest point, but it's on the list and it's nice to have over with. Next up, and also not so very far away, we're going to go ahead and do Sheep Herder. This one has a nasty reputation about it for being RNG hell, but I guess I got pretty lucky. This one again took not even 10 minutes to do. See, that didn't look that bad, did it? Plus, Sheep Herder gives 3k and 4 quest points, so it's actually pretty rewarding for how little work is involved. Next up, because it's next on the list and because I kinda look the part already, we're gonna go ahead and do Plague City. This is another easy Ardoin quest, and I guess easy is just kind of a running theme among these Pathfinder quests. This one's actually really cool though. Decent mining reward, and it's, I think, technically the first quest in the whole getting to Elf City thing. So, hugely important. Definitely have to do it. We're gonna do it. And there we have it, Plague City complete. Only one mining level to be gained, but 2500 XP is nothing to laugh at. Plus, more importantly, that's access to West Ardoin, and, like I said before, the first quest in that series done and over with. Now, the next quest I wanted to do was Observatory, but it requires that you have molten glass to make the element for the telescope. And getting molten glass requires soda ash, which requires that you have seaweed. And I know there's a couple places I could go just pick up some seaweed, but I decided I'd rather get my fishing level up a little bit anyway, mostly just to take a few minute break from questing, but also because Iron Man and getting supplies on your own. Good news though, I already had a sardines daily to do, so turning that in got us 2 free fishing levels on our journey and a black dragon hide, which I guess we'll get to use eventually. We also had a daily to turn in a couple cooked herring, so I went ahead and did that too, and that got us over 300 total level, which is a pretty nice little milestone if I do say so myself. The coolest thing about this game mode has got to be all the dumb stuff that you would just take for granted on any regular account. Like, who would be excited to see a seaweed except an Iron Man who needs to make exactly 1 molten glass for a quest? You know what I mean? But anyway, we got it, so let's go ahead and finally do Observatory. Alright, so with the stupid underground area with the key that's always in the last possible chest, this was definitely the longest quest of the episode so far. But well worth it. Decent rewards. If you don't know, you get a random reward based on the constellation that you get at the end. So 3 law runes and a sapphire for us. But more importantly, you always get the crafting XP, which got us 7 levels, from 10 to 17. So, there we go, another one off the list. And that is the end of Dwarf Cannon, which means we can now buy a Dwarf Cannon. Except we can't afford one, and I never ever want to have to make cannonballs. So, we got a crafting level, yay! And there we have Murder Mystery complete as well. That one got us another 3 crafting levels and 2k in cash, which is kind of cool because that puts us over 60k total. That's really nice considering last episode we blew our whole cash stack on. You know what? Never mind. I don't really want to talk about it. So after Murder Mystery, I decided it was time to jump back to the other side of the map and do Gertrude's cat. That way I can go ahead and get my kitten. That way I can go ahead and start raising it so that it can help me out when it's time to do this stupid rat catching quest, which I'm not looking forward to doing even a little bit. Hey there guys, I just wanted to take a moment to say thanks for being with me today and to ask if you would leave some sort of feedback on this video, whether it's hitting the like or dislike button or leaving me a comment even. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like this and want to see more of it, because I post more of it all the time. And if you need to stay even more up to date, I have all my different social media accounts linked below. I think that's all I had to say, so let's get back to the questing. Next up was Priest in Peril. Not too much to say about this one. I'm sure you guys are all pretty familiar with it. It's a really straightforward quest. But it did get us to level 15 Prayer, and we now have proper access to Canifis. So by this point, it had been another few days already, so of course it was time for another round of daily challenges. And as usual, we got quite a bit out of it. We got some Dragon Bones as a reward, plus fire making, summoning, hunter, and construction XP and levels. And we're getting pretty darn close to 350 total, so pretty cool. We just hit 300 like 2 minutes ago. Okay, so I know I didn't get around to it as soon as I got membership like I said I would, but I did come back for Ruined Memories, of course. We didn't get too much out of it though, not even enough XP for a level, and technically an upgrade in magic robes, but that's only because I haven't gotten any yet, so yay, quest rewards. Alright, so can I be real with you guys? And I'm gonna anyway, so you might as well listen or leave. A Soul's Bane. Dude, this quest was the most ridiculous thing. I don't have any idea why they have this under the super easy Pathfinder quests. The combat was gruelingly difficult. I don't know how many times I had to leave to go get food. This quest is even responsible for my first death on the account. Honestly, I was so frustrated, I felt like leaving. So I did for a little while. I went and I trained on trolls to get 30 magic, that way I could wield Batwing, and I got 20 defense so that I could equip Spider Silk. And with my new equipment and an inventory full of good food, I went back and I was finally able to defeat that quest boss. And it still wasn't easy. Alright, and there we finally have it. A Soul's Bane complete. You know, I hope this can at least serve as a lesson in persistence. You know, if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything you set out to do and still not get rewarded well. Alright, so it had been a couple of days since I logged in. I was just catching up on some daily challenges before work one day, and yeah, you guys are seeing that right. I just got the flipping fishing pet at level 28 fishing, catching pike in Lumbridge. Man, that's ridiculous. That's so cool. This little guy's gonna be following me around everywhere. He looks so, well, I was gonna say cute, but he doesn't really look cute, does he? Man, I can't believe that. I'm so lucky. We're only on episode 3 for crying out loud. Another one of the challenges we had saved up in this bunch was to complete a C6 floor in Dungeoneering, but up until this point I hadn't done any Dungeoneering yet, so I had to do the first 5 complexities as well. Not a huge deal, took like an hour or so, but that was the last skill we got up from level 1, and it got us all the way to level 16, so pretty cool. The last couple challenges we had were both really easy. We just had to make a couple Spirit Wolf pouches and some attack potions. Handing all that in, though, got us levels in Herblore, Fishing, Woodcutting, and Summoning. And 4 challenge bags, which is so far the most I've ever gotten at once. We got an Avento, 18 magic logs, 4 rocktails, and a Kayak fur. So mostly all useful stuff. Then, because I was caught up on my daily challenges again, and feeling a lot less salty thanks to my new freaking pet, it was time to get back to questing, starting with Rag and Bone Man. So, I don't think I've ever done this quest before, but it's actually kind of fun. I didn't mind it at all. You just kind of run around gathering bones for this weird old guy who does whatever with them. He's kind of like the super advanced Tooth Fairy, I think. Anyway, we got a prayer level out of it, so good enough. It's time to move on before he decides he wants our bones. Oh man, we're getting so close. This Pathfinder grind is almost over. You know, this quest wasn't bad either. One piercing note. Not a big fan of the soundtrack, just because it's not really my jam. But overall, it's a decent little quest. And we even got a prayer level out of it, and even this little sash thing that we're probably going to hold on to because it gives us a decent little prayer bonus, and I don't have anything useful for my necklace slot yet. And here comes a song from the depths as well. This is a super useful one to get done because it means that you now take half damage from QBD, which means we should probably start taking her on soon, I think. Okay, so a broken home. Little creepy. Probably don't recommend that you do this one at night, but definitely do it because the rewards are pretty good. This ring is actually pretty solid. It's nice to have a hybrid ring so early in the game, except I can't quite wield it yet because I don't have 30 defense. There's also a bunch of XP rewards you can get by replaying the quest, which I will do, except I don't meet all the requirements yet, so we'll have to revisit this one day. And finally, Violet is Blue. Our final Pathfinder quest, and one of the newer quests to the game as well. You know, this one is actually pretty cute. It's a nice change of pace from the spooky quest we just did. And I've never done it before, so it was kind of fun. It also gives 3 1000 XP lamps to use in the skill or skills of your choosing. So of course we dumped all 3 of them into magic, because we're a bad Iron Man and don't dump our stuff into Herblore. But yes, anyway, I thank all of you for hanging out with me today. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go down and subscribe so that you can be alerted next video, because we're going to go after a few of the beginner/easy area achievements, and possibly some other stuff depending on how many of those we do. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.